iPhone users should take notice. This might be your gateway to Android. Because what if the most important thing about your phone wasn't the hardware at all, but the intelligence running through it? Phones used to be measured in chipset speeds and megapixels. Over the past couple of years, the Pixel line has leaned into AI, but the 10 Pro line feels like the moment where it stops being a list of features and starts becoming the core experience. But not all of it is fully realized. Some of these features feel like they're still in beta, but the direction is clear. This is the Pixel 10 Pro XL. The Pixel 10 Pro line isn't trying to push hardware limits the way other manufacturers are. It's not thinner, it's not lighter, it's not chasing that race towards impossibly slim and featherweight builds. Instead, it feels bulkier, heavier, and more utilitarian in hand. And here's the irony. The design itself is gorgeous. Flat edges, a polished frame, and subtle curves. It looks extremely similar to Apple's Pro lineup, meaning iPhone users will feel right at home visually. And that bulk does serve a purpose. It houses a big battery, and while it gives the phone excellent endurance, I'm not sure the thickness trade-off is worth it for my use case. The dual speaker setup here sounds really good, full, punchy, and surprisingly immersive for a phone. And the screen looks sharp, colors look fantastic, and it gets bright enough outdoors that reading in the sun is no issue. Unlocking the phone is also handled beautifully. The under-display fingerprint scanner is fast, reliable, and honestly one of the best implementations I've used. It just works every time.
Love crime like Azealia Banks. Catch me if you can, yeah, Tom Hanks. Pass our military bringing through tanks, yeah. Level share going up in the ranks. Greatness only giving the thanks. It's London.
Cameras is where Pixel devices always shine, and the 10 Pro lineup continues that tradition. Daylight shots, crisp, detailed with natural color that avoids that oversaturated look of some rivals. Low light, computational photography still leads here. Shadows, highlights, textures, all balanced in a way that feels effortless. And importantly, the three cameras, ultra-wide, wide, and telephoto, feel like a unified system. Colors and dynamic range are well matched across lenses, so when you switch between them, say from a wide cityscape to a tight zoom, the image feels consistent. No jarring shifts in tone, no sudden changes in exposure, just one cohesive look. And that continuity matters, because it means you can trust the system to give you consistency no matter what shot you're taking. This year, Google is giving you a bit of coaching too. Camera Coach is an AI guide that nudges you towards better framing and lighting. I'm not sure it's something people will heavily utilize, but it's there for anyone who wants to learn more about composition. But here's where AI gets a little quirky. ProRes zoom takes you out to 100 times, and while that's impressive, faces often look overly polished, almost painted, and text, that's where it struggles the most. Zoom in on one sign or a billboard, and the AI often changes fonts, or even the words altogether. It's almost comical, like watching the phone hallucinate typography. 100 times zoom is great in theory, but all this AI manipulation raises the question, are we really seeing what's there, or just what the AI wants us to see? It's a bit of a Matrix moment. Do you take the red pill and see reality for what it is, or the blue pill and let the illusion keep you comfortable? Give me that blue pill. When it comes to video, the story shifts. The Pixel's video is solid, stabilized, sharp, and more than enough for casual creators. But unlike its photos, it's not class-leading. Apple still holds the upper hand here, especially for professionals with its ProRes RAW recording and more developed Pro Video pipeline. So if you're after the very best mobile video, the iPhone still takes the crown. But if you're not using your phone for professional creative work, the Pixel 10 Pro still delivers. Pixels have had AI for years. Call screening, photo editing, live translation. But with the 10 Pro, AI stops being a list of features you check off and starts becoming the rhythm of using the phone. Magic Cue, on paper, it's the standout, the idea that your phone can surface exactly what you need in the middle of a conversation. But in practice, over the 3 weeks I've been using the Pixel, it hasn't popped up much at all. It feels more like a beta feature, something that will probably take time to start serving useful information as it learns your habits and indexes your content. So yes, AI is at the core here, but not all of it feels fully realized yet. The Tensor G5 chip is the heart of the story. Performance-wise, it's finally in a place where you can call it flagship worthy. Apps open instantly, multitasking feels smooth, and most importantly, the phone stays cool under pressure. It's no longer the Pixel that overheats just trying to keep up. That said, it's still not competing at the same raw power level as the Snapdragon 8 Elite found in Samsung's flagships. If you're chasing benchmark numbers or heavy gaming, you'll see the gap. But in day-to-day use, it feels fast enough. And paired with Google's AI features, it delivers where it counts. And part of that experience comes down to software. The Pixel's take on Android, Material 3 Expressive, is as clean, smooth, and consistent as Android gets. No bloat, no gimmick, just thoughtful design that adapts to your style. Some would argue this is the best Android experience on the market, and I'd have a hard time disagreeing. And battery life? Surprisingly good. After a full day of regular use, I consistently end the night with 25 to 30% left. That's excellent endurance and one of the phone's strongest qualities. So the G5 is no longer just a trade-off machine, it's giving you real staying power, even if it's not the king of raw speed. And here's where the phone becomes really interesting. If you're on an iPhone, you've probably felt locked in. iMessage, AirDrop, the polish of Apple's ecosystem. But the 10 Pro feels like the first Pixel that could pull you across. The design feels familiar enough. They even added magnets for wireless charging and accessories, called Pixel Snap, an ode to MagSafe, and a quiet signal that Google knows exactly who it's courting. But the real reason to switch isn't the hardware. It's the way the phone uses AI to make your day simpler. Apple smooths the edges, Google gives you an edge. It's not imitation, it's divergence. And for the first time, that divergence feels compelling. The Pixel 10 Pro XL isn't perfect. It's thicker than I'd like, and the AI still feels ahead of the polish in places. But this isn't Google chasing Apple anymore. This is Google building a phone only Google could build. AI is the core experience Google is trying to sell, but the fundamentals are just as strong. The cameras are fantastic, the display is sharp, bright, and smooth, the under-display finger scanner is fast and reliable, the phone runs cool, smooth, and snappy, the dual speakers sound full and punchy, and the battery life, excellent, enough to give you confidence through a long day. For the first time, it feels like the first real iPhone alternative that doesn't make switching feel like leaving something behind, but like stepping into what's next. Until next time.